Hi guys, my name is Priscilla, and this past summer I got the incredible, wonderful, beautiful experience of a lifetime. I actually got a chance to study abroad in South Korea for the summer. But today I want to give you guys a story time video of everything that went wrong my first day in Korea. If y'all have ever seen that movie, The Out-of-Towners, where that family from Ohio goes to New York for the weekend and everything goes wrong, that was basically what happened to me. Literally, as soon as I got off that airplane and I arrived at Incheon Airport, it was downhill from there. It was downhill. And it was worse because I actually had a plan. My friend was supposed to pick me up from the airport. That didn't happen. Basically, I tried calling her, I tried texting her, I was about to leave voicemails. I was so confused. I was like, but she's not picking up, you know what, maybe she's busy. So I went with a girl who I met actually in the airplane. She was also going to attend Hanyang University. Shout out to Luz. We're gonna hang out eventually. Yes, we are. So again, I had a plan. I knew what I was gonna do. I had already screenshot the directions of how to get from Incheon Airport to Hanyang University. 2 weeks prior, the school had sent out an email saying to get off the train at Hwangsimni Station. Mind you, let me quickly tell you the state of my friend and I. We were tired, we were disheveled, we were sleepy. The jet lag was real. It was almost a 16-hour flight from New York to Guangzhou, China. We had a 3.5-hour layover in Guangzhou and then another 3.5-hour flight to Incheon. So imagine our state of mind. For some reason, when we were in Hwangsimni Station, we kind of just blanked out, I'm guessing. Like, our minds just shut off, and then I was like, okay, so we have to get to the university. So the directions, Hwangsimni, okay, what are we gonna do? And it was just a huge type of confusion. So I texted my friend and I was like, okay, are you at the university? She was like, yes. And I was like, perfect. How do we get to the university? Because we are tired and we wanna sleep. Check-in ends at 7 o'clock. At this point in time, it was already 3:30 and we just wanted to hurry up and get there. So essentially, my friend was like, you know what, you need to take the train one more stop to Hanyangdae. Guys, if any of you ever go to Hanyang University, do not get out at Hwangsimni Station. Hanyang University actually has its own station called Hanyangdae, which will actually put you right where the campus is. So I was just like, we could have just taken it one more stop, but then I was like, okay, one more stop, we're cool, we got this. For some reason, we couldn't figure out how to get to the opposite side of the train tracks. We couldn't find an elevator for I did not realize this, but a lot of the elevators in Korea look like they're made out of glass, like basically like windows. And we were like, apparently we were passing elevators, but we didn't know it. So we were taking the escalators up and down for a good, I'm gonna say, 5 minutes. This really kind lady with her mother, so she was an ajumma, so sweet. She was like, you guys look lost, do you need help? And I was like, yes, we need help. And she was trying to give us the directions and she told us a little bit. She was like, you guys, you're not that far away from the campus, you guys are actually pretty close. But I don't know what happened, but she was trying to tell us what to do, but we were still getting confused. So my friend was like, you know what, we're close to university, we can just get out the station now, we have money, we converted our money at the airport, we can take a taxi to the university, it probably won't be that expensive. I was like, good idea. That's what we're gonna do. So we are walking to the, I believe it was like the left-hand side of Hwangsimni Station, because at least from where we came in, the left-hand side is when you exit, and you have to swipe your, tap your T-Money card to get out. Now, both of us had 40-pound suitcases. I'm not sure if my friend was tired that day. Actually, I know she was tired that day because I clearly just said that we were both exhausted and distressed. But basically, she tried to push her suitcase through the same time she was like, I think like about to go through. And so the suitcase ended up getting stuck. And so I had to take her suitcase and pull it out the other side of the turnstile. And I was like, you know what, it's okay. You put, you know, like $10 on your T-Money card, just swipe it again. She was like, okay. She swipes her card and it's saying error or something along the lines of, you know, that it's not, you know, transacting properly. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, you know what, maybe give it a few seconds, you know, maybe, you know, tap it, you know, a little bit slower or whatever, because at that point I didn't know what was happening. And she taps her card a good 3 times. It's not going through. Minutes pass, guys, and her card is still not going through. We were in that station, I'm gonna say for a good 15 to 20 minutes, and we didn't know how to get her, you know, get her card to, I guess, activate or something. Like, it was just completely messed up. So I was like, okay, honestly, I was kind of nervous. This is my first time in another country. I do speak, you know, a decent amount of Korean, but I was, you know, like actually using Korean in, you know, Korea for the first time. I was kind of like, I don't know how to approach people, you know, I don't really know what to say. And so I actually told my friend, I was like, hey, there are a lot of people like, you know, like in the area behind you, you know, you just like, you know, ask them, like point to your card and like swipe your card and like demonstrate to them that the card is not working for some reason. And she was like, I don't speak Korean. And then I was like, then it's all on me. All of a sudden, on the side that I was at, I see this random guy coming down the stairs, and he looked like a K-pop star. I'm just gonna say that. He had, from what I can remember, he had like platinum blonde hair. He was dressed to the nines. He was dressed like he was literally just walked off the set of a music video. Like, he looked very well put together. So he was walking to the you know, area where you know, add money to your card. And I was like, I'm tired. Priscilla, you just gotta do this. You gotta get that confidence. You gotta make this work. And so I walked towards him, and I literally like took my finger and I like gently tapped his coat. And I was like, and he turned around and he had his earphones in, and so when he saw me, he took his earphones out, and I think I was like, oh, Tokyo, you know, doing the whole like excuse me type of thing. And I was speaking broken Korean. Basically, I think I was saying something along the lines of 이 카드가 모르겠어요. Basically, I think that means something along the lines of, this card, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what to do with it. It's not working, essentially. And so he looked at my card and he said something like, 돈 없어요? And then I was like, 아니요, 돈 있어요. And he was like, he took the card and he checked to see how much money. He saw that my friend had probably like around 6,000 won on her card, and he was like, oh, 뭐지? Because he's like, he's like, doesn't understand why it's working. And so I thought he was gonna be like, 영어 잘 못해요, 죄송합니다. But he actually stayed there, and he literally he called up, like, I guess like the head of the people at the train station, and told them, I heard him like basically telling them that it wasn't my card, but you know, my friend's card wasn't working. And so he stayed with us. And then he stayed with us, I'm gonna say a good maybe 3-4 minutes. And then the doors that my friend was trying to get through to get to the other side, they actually came open. So I guess the people at the, you know, head of the station, they, you know, let the gates open. And so we were finally free. Did you think that was the end of the story? It gets worse. It was actually about 6 flights of stairs. I'm not lying. About 6 flights of stairs. When we saw that, it was literally like the forces of nature were against us. We were like, for some reason, it's just not working. For some reason, it's just not our day. My friend, she was like, you know what? forget this. She was literally taking her suitcase and she was pulling it up the stairs, 6 flights. She didn't get far though. I know she was trying and I was trying too. I picked my suitcase up. I pulled it up 2 stairs, not 2 flights. I pulled it up 2 individual stairs. I looked at her and I said, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. You know, you just gonna have to come back for me. And she said, Priscilla, no, we gotta keep going. And I said, no, I can't do this. I was like, I'll just wait for you to come back down. She's like, Priscilla, once I get up those steps, I'm not coming back down for you. And I was like, okay. And so I tried my best to pick my suitcase up. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy, pretty sure he was a university student, this guy said nothing at all. He literally just like gestured for my friend's suitcase, and he literally just took her suitcase and started walking up the stairs. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, we're getting some help? Like, it was so unexpected because we didn't ask anyone for help. It was just like literally he was picking it up the stairs himself, and I know that suitcase was heavy, and this boy, he looked kind of skinny, but he was moving his legs. He was walking up those stairs. He did a good job. And so while he's taking my friend's suitcase up the stairs, she's trying to help me take my suitcase up the stairs. You know, my suitcase is, lighter now because we're both picking it up. But then all of a sudden, another guy, all the way from the top of the staircase, is coming down, and he does the same thing. He looks at me and he kind of like gives me like a slight smile, and he gestures for, you know, my suitcase. He takes it from me and my friend, and so literally these 2 guys are basically neck and neck, and they are power stepping up the steps. Power stepping for their lives, really for our lives, because we were the ones that were struggling. Something I realized is that after we got up the stairs, the guy who took my suitcase, he actually did not go down into the subway station, which is where because he was coming down into the station. So what I realized after he had ended up leaving is that he never went back down into the station. He literally just I guess he must have seen us struggling. He came down, brought the suitcase back up, and then left and went on his merry way. And so we were so thankful. We were like, oh, 너무 감사합니다, 너무 감사합니다. And then both of the guys were bowing back, and so literally it was just like this thing of like us like bowing, because we were so thankful. Like literally, we were thankful. That's still not the end of the story. No, we still lost, because now that we got out finally, outside, and we see the skies in Korea, and we see the buildings, and we see the little like neighborhood of Hwangsimni, we still didn't know how to get to the university. No. And so we were gonna ask for directions. At that point, my friend got thirsty. She went to the 7-Eleven, and I was like, oh, while you're in there, try to ask the guy if he knows, the number for the taxis around here. She gets her drink while I'm waiting for her. She comes outside, and I said, did he know anything? And she has her drink, and she's like, no, but I think he thought that I was asking for his phone number, because she was like, I was saying number, and he said something, and basically he did like this. And so I was like, yeah, you were not asking for his number, but I guess maybe I can understand how he misinterpreted that, whatever. So then we're walking along, we're trying to find a taxi, possibly on the main, street. We finally get to the main street, and then it was like, how do we catch a taxi? Then I was like, isn't it, the same way in every country? And my friend was like, I don't know. And so literally I was like, had enough of this. So I went on the edge of the street, and I stuck my hand out, and literally about 3 taxis came to pick us up. So we got in the taxi, we were lost for a little bit, but we finally made it, probably after, I'm gonna say, a good 10-minute taxi cab ride. And that's the end of the story, guys. But there's a silver lining to this story. After it all ended, I ate some food. I think I had bibimbap. And then we went to noraebang, which is karaoke afterwards. So yeah, that was my that was my first day in Korea. It was like the anticipation, the excitement, the jet lag, everything goes horribly wrong, but then I end up having probably one of the best nights of my life in Korea. So what I want to do is every week I'm going to try and do another story time video of something really interesting that happened to me, because guys, I have some interesting stories. So subscribe to our channel, like this video, and then keep watching every week for a new story time video. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.